Hello my beautiful people, happy Tuesday or whatever day it is that you're watching this video. Today I want to share a story. Well, okay, let's just jump right into the topic. Today is a very difficult topic. Well, at least a topic that not many of us like to speak about, because we feel vulnerable, or we feel like it's not okay to talk about it. And it's about our feelings. And the topic is how our feelings are actually the greatest gifts of life. And sharing my own experience and my story into how I began accepting my own feelings and how I used it to actually discover and live in my purpose. And I want to say, for so many years, I was the kind of person that would do anything and everything to run away from my feelings. Give me anything, let me do something to distract me, but I do not want to feel this pain. Let me, I don't know, just anything and everything, whether it was a party, whether it was even with a person, or whether it was like getting into drugs, just anything. Years ago I was just a different person, and anyways, going back to the topic, because now I'm going very off topic. But seriously, I grew up in a household where you could not speak about emotions. When I don't know if you heard in one of my other videos that I was talking about how my number one goal for me was to learn about emotions and how to self-regulate and how to get out of that. I really wanted to master my feelings. I wanted to just learn about it and to just become or be a greater person in order to feel the gift of life. I would look at so many people, mentors, examples, role models, and I said there's something that I'm missing. There has to be a way out, there has to be a solution. There has to be another way of living. Anyways, so going back to the topic, how I began accepting my feelings and how I used it to discover and live in my purpose. So yes, there is a bunch of therapy out there, CBT, DBT, that I have tried, and it's just progress. Little and little, you just begin to really embrace and accept your emotions and your feelings, and you end up seeing that, hey, actually I needed to feel that pain in order to feel this joy. Hey, actually I needed to feel annoyed in order to be calm. Hey, you know what? Actually, this anxiety that I have is telling me to do something or take a different route, go a different way. Hey, you know what? Maybe me feeling sad is an opportunity for me to look inside, feel my feelings so that I can go out there and feel happy, and I learned that was not okay. I learned since I was little that it's impossible for you to feel. There was just so much humiliation in seeing somebody sad, or even then, if they would just see my facial expression that I was sad, they would pretend like I didn't exist, it was just impossible. It was just impossible to feel your feelings. So anyways, when I began my journey, this was 7-8 years ago, or even a little bit longer than that. I think maybe when I was 19 years old. Yes, so 8 years ago, I realized that actually feeling your feelings was going to be the way that I was gonna get out. And again, at 19, I did not know what I was doing with my life. I felt like I was just so lost, so foggy, so irritated with myself, so upset, so mad, so depressed. Just I was just so overwhelmed with so many feelings. And and yeah, this is hard. There could be but this is for another video, talking about like the trauma, how the trauma was stuck in my body, things like that. But I'm gonna reserve that. I'm trying to keep this video light over here. But anyways, really, the moment that you begin to see your feelings as something that can actually help you, the moment that you begin to ask, what is this pain trying to tell me? And yeah, I know that we all live busy lives, and being an overachiever, even, like, sometimes we use work as a distraction to not feel the pain or that one thing that we cannot let go of from our past that disturbed us, and we keep on holding that baggage, and honestly, it's just not fair to us, because one thing that I realized is that the longer that I kept avoiding feeling all of my feelings, the longer that I kept on this, okay, let me go get my phone, okay, let me just go out and do this, let me go and work a little bit longer, let me go do this, but just give me anything, let me do anything to avoid feeling this pain and this discomfort in my body, even procrastination, and you are not a procrastinator, by the way, but this is for another topic. But like, you are just experiencing, what it is like to procrastinate. And again, okay, I'm going off topic, but seriously, the moment that you begin to accept your feelings, life just feels a little bit lighter. There's not as much pressure. Like, I don't know if you guys feel the same way, but for instance, I was just restricting myself, from feeling insecure, from feeling self-conscious. If people would ask me, how am I doing? Oh, I'm doing great. I would never actually tell them like, hey, you know what? I'm actually embarrassed. Hey, you know what? I'm actually feeling confused. Hey, you know what? I'm actually feeling guilty. Hey, you know what? I'm feeling ashamed. Hey, I'm feeling humiliated right now. Hey, I'm feeling like I could do better right now with myself, and I feel disappointed at myself. Nobody likes to talk about those feelings, and this goes about, like, for example, some books that really come to my mind is like, Emotional Intelligence. There's this wonderful book, Atlas of the Heart, by Brené Brown. Brené Brown is also like one of my role models, honestly. Like, her Gifts of Imperfections book, her Daring Lead, Braving in the Wilderness. But anyways, going back to the topic, I'm sorry, like, I know that I'm scattered today. But I wanted to keep this video as real as possible, and to tell you that it's not going to be easy. It's a long journey. The first time that I began that healing journey of emotions, I began to still avoid it. When I first heard the truth about like how to feel your feelings, how to accept your feelings, you have to feel your feelings, otherwise it's just gonna get worse. It was so much resistance. Like, I knew what was the right thing to do. Like, I knew what was gonna help me, but I just did not even want to hear it. Like, I heard somebody talk about feelings, and there was just this like tension in my body, this like stress that I felt like I was in danger, like I could not be there if somebody was talking about feelings and how to accept them and how to embrace them and how to use them to literally live in your purpose. Because the reason why I say that is because sometimes we can be so busy avoiding our feelings, seriously, that we are not able to see or live in our purpose. It's like we just continue on living on like, hey, you know what? It's like when you make decisions, it's not actually, hey, I'm going to decide what's better for me. The reality is you're avoiding making that decision, because you want whatever is going to make you feel better at the end. You're trying to figure out, let me think about it. I'm trying to figure out whether A or B or C or D or E or F option is going to make me feel the best. Again, we're trying to avoid our feelings, and even just in life, even when I started doing goal settings years ago, vision boards, all of this, manifestation in your life. It's like, what is the most important thing to you? Again, going off topic, but like really, like for another video, like what is the most important thing to you? And for me, you know, I began to realize that we are just after feeling peace. We're after feeling love. Like, it's not actually money that we want. It's not actually that job that you want. Hey, it's not actually your best friendship that you want. It's not actually the girlfriend or boyfriend that you want. It's not actually the family that you want. What you really want is to feel peace. What you really want is to feel love. What you really want is to feel those emotions, you know. And that's why it's so hard for us to accept the other side. But then, you know what, I began learning that unless we truly accept pain, you know, what do accept means to me? It means that, like, hey, I do not like it. I do not want to feel this pain. I do not want to feel, even right now, you know, like, I feel like, oh my God, like, you know, Alexandra, you never talked out in the public about feelings. And yeah, like, there's a part of me, or at least the old version of me, that terrified of speaking up about feelings, you know, like, oh my God, no. Like, nobody find out that I'm feeling embarrassed. Nobody find out that I'm feeling sad. Nobody find out, like, I need to be as perfect as possible. I need to be at my best. I need to smile. I need to, like, look at that person in the face and, like, seem that I'm confident. And I'm also not saying that, you know, just be in your feelings and be, like, sad all day, crying all day, and just be like, okay, yeah, I'm just in my feelings, so that's why I'm not doing anything. No, I'm not encouraging you to do that either. But it's just in that moment where we have the time to either, I don't know, look for a distraction or stay in our feelings. Maybe if we just for one tiny little second, you know, check on yourself, you know, how am I feeling right now, you know? And sometimes, even when I started, I had no idea what I was feeling. Like, when I started, you know, learning and studying about feelings, to me it was like, what do you mean? Like, how can I feel a feeling? Like, I don't know, because, and it's like a kid, it's like a child, it's like a baby, you know, you're learning something new. And if you have never spoken these words, if nobody has taught you the vocabulary of feelings, and first of all, it all comes from feeling it in your body, you know, like, you get to learn what you're feeling by feeling it in your body. But this is for, like, another video. But seriously, like, it's practice, you know. The more you're willing to dive deep into yourself, you know, okay, my head is hurting, okay, my shoulders feeling tension, okay, yes, and it sounds silly, yes, maybe, but the more that you do it, you're gonna realize that it's actually going to benefit you in your life to speak up about your feelings. Because again, that's also how you even become better at relationships. That's how you become better in your finances, even, or how you become a better leader, or how you become a better friend, because you are working on yourself and you're learning how to be authentic, you know, how to be raw, how to be real, you know, how to speak up about those things that other people do not want to speak about, but you do it. And I'm telling you that you're just gonna experience life at another profound level, because you are going to feel like so much love and so much light, you know, and you're going to just open up your heart to all of your feelings, you know, all of them. And it's beautiful. It's beautiful because, you know what, like, life is feelings. Feelings is the experience that we are experiencing. But anyways, that's all I have at this moment. You know, this is the first time speaking about emotions in public, but I'm sure that, like, in another video I'm gonna go more deep into it, you know. But yeah, like, just give it a try, you know, like, just a little bit, just be willing for it. And there's also another thing that I would say is, don't be so hard on yourself when you're starting, because at first it is hard, you know. And right now, even, like, I'm just remembering how hard and difficult and how just impossible it seemed for me to get out of all those emotions that were trapped in my body. And you know, just this very dark space that you're not able to see light. But one thing that I realized is that nobody was stopping me from seeing the light. It was just myself, you know? And yeah, maybe I might not have been taught about feelings when I was younger, but that doesn't mean that I didn't have the opportunity to do so. Like, you can still decide to do something better with your life, something different, no matter what your cultural background is, no matter where you come from, no matter even your situation right now. If you're willing to be open to, you know, getting that education, learning, being open to new ideas, being receptive, you know, embracing that change is a part of life, I'm telling you, like, life is going to be different for you. And yeah, in the next couple of videos, I'm going to talk, you know, specific, because processing your emotions really is such a complex idea. You know, it's not just in one video, it's tiny little bits of steps and pieces. And I'm talking to you right now like when I was beginning, tiny little steps. You know, if today you are willing to even just learn about one feeling, that's enough, or even half of a feeling. It doesn't matter. In the beginning, it's difficult, but I promise you that you can do it, and you are worthy of doing it, because you are worthy of the best that life has to offer. Anyways, I love you. I really, really do. I love you. I believe in you, and I know that you can do this. And yeah, until next time. Bye.